Hi guys!
Hi guys!
Hi guys!
Yo.
Bro, I'm like nauseous.
Oh my god. Hey guys!
Hi guys! Welcome to In the Dorms. I'm Summer.
I'm Zunera.
I'm 17.
I'm 16.
Oh, stop that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm from LA. I moved here in 2019. I'm an actress, musician,
Where'd
unemployed
you move
student from Georgia. Everyone says I have a southern accent. I don't see it, but
You mean here?
maybe you guys will see it here. Zanera and I met through her older sister, Zora. She was my animator for Turtle Family. It's in production. Probably will be in production for a long time, so just be patient. We met 3 years ago. We became really close friends through like collaborating, working together, being both students.
Yep.
And, you know, shiz like that. And we both, you know, bonded over brain rot and things. So
Exactly.
we wanted to make In the Dorms because we're both, you know, young people, young women, you know, and the big 26. And, you know, post-Kirk, you know, it's kind of crazy out here.
We both have like similar political beliefs and things like that.
Yep.
And we want to spread knowledge on like things that our generation might not know about or might know about and not understand fully. So we
Right.
want to help our generation kind of understand why America is not in
While we're
the greatest
cooked.
place.
Right, while we're cooked.
Yeah, basically.
Exactly. And make sure to follow us on all socials, In the Dorms, on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. We'll be trying to post bi-weekly if we can find the time. We're really busy.
Yeah.
I just got my license though, so hopefully I can drive to see Shotty over here.
Yep.
And it's gonna be fun. We'll be doing like lives and Q&As, things like that. Eventually, you know, to meet fans and build a fan base and take questions, and it's just gonna be a good, healthy environment. You know, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
Wait, did I introduce myself?
Oh yeah, you can give your backstory. if
Oh
you
yeah.
want,
So I'm from Orange County. I was born in Texas.
Yeehaw.
And I've lived in Orange County basically my entire life. Not really. I've moved a lot, like at least 23 times.
Sorry.
Yeah. I've moved a lot in my childhood, which is why I'm homeschooled actually. And yeah, so I've lived in Orange County for a while now. And I met Summer through my older sister. And we actually met in the Getty Museum for the first time in 2023.
Years ago, damn.
Yeah, and that's actually when we clicked a lot because she's really into writing, I'm also really into writing, and we're also both into like acting and theater. And we're also really interested in like film and
You know, being employed and being in the arts and
yeah, exactly. And
storytelling.
yeah, we're both interested in like getting a higher education in college, and we're probably gonna go to like the same college hopefully.
Yeah, we're not gonna like air that out, but
Yeah, but
go Brown.
but it's called In the Dorms because hopefully when we get a fan base we'll actually be
In the dorms.
in college in a
Yeah.
dorm together.
For now,
so.
it's gonna be in the park, in the car, in the apartment, in your mom's house.
like
It's gonna be everywhere but the dorm.
yeah,
But y'all just stay patient, and then it'll happen.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I hope you keep supporting us on our journey.
Yes, thank you, queens. We have to figure out what to call them,
Oh yeah, our fan
like our
domain.
fans. Yeah, drop like some comments of what you guys want us to call you.
Yeah.
Like our little kittens or whatever.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Hi, kittens. I'm so done.
Maybe oh the toes are out. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Speaking of insurance.
So basically, today we're going to talk about affordability
In California.
in California.
Because California is like the consumerism final boss of
Yeah.
America.
We live in California. We have terrible leaders here. Terrible leaders in all of America, but especially here.
Yeah.
They run this state into the ground, essentially. And can we talk about how basically Democrats that are not even progressive and they're literally just career politicians are just as bad as like a MAGA Republican, essentially? Because we have Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom has literally helped impose a gas tax on California. That
He's literally
makes-
performative, low key.
gas tax in California is, I think if I'm wrong, it's about $1. So right now, the average gas in California is like $5.60 a gallon. I'll verify. But if you took
We'll
that
put
away,
it up on the screen.
if we took that away, then gas would be like an average of $4.60, which is still considerably high, but it would be a lot less than it is currently. And also, we are supposedly very like environmentally friendly. We're supposedly very like, oh, pro EV. However, EV cars are like $40,000. So how are people
And
supposed...
most EV cars are made by a horrible person,
Right.
who we will not support, especially with the ugly ass Cybertruck that has come out currently.
Let's also talk about how it's really not environmentally conscious, because where does electricity come from? It's going to be coming from fossil fuels unless
Exactly.
it is solar powered.
And I'm pretty sure the Cybertruck had a problem with the gas pedal where the cover would slide off.
Electric vehicles are not, they're just not realistic for a majority of people. Also, if a battery dies in a Tesla and you have to replace that, it's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
I'll put that on the screen. So, basically in conclusion, EV cars, yeah, well, they can definitely be done well. I think hybrids are done better than EV cars, so if you have a hybrid, then clock that. But full EV, full electric cars are not practical for the average daily person. They're not affordable. They're extremely expensive to repair, replace, etc. And they're just not accessible. And they're really not that much more environmentally friendly because their power is also coming from fossil fuels, just like oil drilling is used for fuel. So that being said, gas prices are so extremely high for multiple reasons. It's mainly because of the tax. It's because we supposedly have an oil reserve here. We're supposedly drilling here, but we're not really drilling here. And if we are drilling here, we're doing it on federal land, which is literally putting animals and people and land at risk for disease and pollution and just terrible, terrible things. So that's just awful. We're in a war right now. Like, we literally, like, our president started a war to close the Gate of Hormuz so that it would stay closed and gas prices would go up.
Yep.
You can go ahead and clock that, whatever you need to say.
I mean, like, yeah, everything you said is correct. And also, this kind of, like, ties into, like, minimum wage is super low. I think the lowest right now in America is $7, which is literally, showing it right there, which is literally, like, how much 1 gallon of gas is. So, like, if you work a minimum wage and you have to drive to your job, like, every single day, like, it's just not, like, affordable to live in California or anywhere in America, because I'm pretty sure Texas gas prices has gone up. I don't know, I don't live in Texas, but may have gone up. But I know in California our minimum wage is still really low, especially for the gas prices we have right now. And it's just that, like, half of the population in America is literally living paycheck by paycheck, and then, like, the 1% of America is, like, billionaires. And the, like, wage gap, like, in the economy right now is, like, much higher than it was in, like, the medieval era. Like, billionaires now have more money than, like, kings and queens and royalty did in, like, the Renaissance era. Like, that's crazy to think about.
Right, and also good that you bring that up. We're currently going through governors and mayors running in California, governor running for California, and then we're also hosting the mayoral election for Los Angeles and Los Angeles County. And some of the candidates may very well be Democrat, but a few of them have literally supported not taxing billionaires.
Yep.
They literally are against a billionaire tax. And I totally disagree. I don't think that billionaires should just do the billionaire tax, just be one and done. I think that's stupid, because billionaires' revenue and income is everly increasing. It's a cash flow. So they should be taxed higher on a regular basis. Like, what is that even, what?
Yeah.
So that's insane. So part of the reason that California is in debt, and part of the reason that California is such an expensive state in, is that we are literally only benefiting the upper class, the ultra rich, wealthy people, the corporate businesses, and the billionaires that come here. And then when it comes for the elections, and when it comes around tax season, where are they? Oh, they're on their 4th house. Like, genuinely, they're leaving California. They're leaving the states, or even the country of the United States, to go somewhere where they will not be taxed.
Yep.
So they're using our resources, they're using our workers, they're using our land, they're using our buildings, they're using all of our resources to fund their businesses and fund their corporate, whatever the hell they're doing to make their money. And then they don't even give back. They're not even paying back anything. It's insane.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem. Gas is obviously very expensive, but so is everything else in California. I'm not a Joe Biden fan by any means. I did not like the man. There's many things wrong with him, but I remember my quality of life being better under his presidency than it is now. So even if Zanera and I lived in a cheaper state in America, whether it be in the South or whatever, we also have to consider that, like you said, with wages and basic economy, like a basic principle is that your wages and cost of living should be like matching.
Exactly.
The minimum wage should be matching like the average cost of living, or like the lower to average cost of living for everyday people. So if we were living in a cheaper state, because everyone's like, oh, why do you live in California? It's so expensive, just leave. Well, guess what? Our wages will also go down. Because when you live in a more expensive state, your wages are up to be able to keep up with that. But it's the same thing. That's just basic economy. It's how it works. Unless you have your own business, unless you're some kind of crazy entrepreneur bitch that's out here just making in racks, on the daily, then you're not going to be profiting. Like, that's just not how it works, especially for students, especially for how much unemployment there is in this country right now. Like, American jobs that, but it's all just going to tech and AI. Like, what the hell?
And on that note, there's also a high increase in like students, like people going to college because people can't get jobs just by like going to retail.
Student debt, guys. Student debt.
And then, yes, people keep collecting student debt because they keep going to college, and there's no way to pay off that student debt because there are no jobs available.
Correct. So it's like you're paying to go to, and I'm totally pro college. I say go get a higher education. I think everyone should go to trade school or go to college, go to community college, wherever the hell you go. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Go get a higher education and pursue what you want to pursue. But that being said, do not put yourself in debt to do it. It's not worth it. It simply is not. And the affordability is such an issue with that, because it's like there's so many people out there that literally have master's degrees or PhDs or whatever you want to call, like whatever it is, whatever field they're in, and they could be making a lot of money, but they still have student loans.
Exactly.
And that's absurd.
Yeah.
Affordability here is just it's not practical at all. Like, we're so blessed that in California with public colleges, like the whole UC system, UCLA, UC San Diego, UC Santa Barbara, Riverside, whatever it may be, that tuition is significantly lower for in-state students. That's such a blessing. That's what I plan on going to. But private colleges are not the same way. They're alumni funded. They're private, obviously, so they're way more expensive. And merit-based scholarships are extremely hard to come by. So you're looking at the UC system, and you're looking at all these public colleges or even community colleges have this surplus of students, but they're not even going to get jobs. So they're trying to do it the right way, whether it be going to a public or private college, and they're still not going to get jobs. Their wages are not going to compete with the cost of living.
Exactly.
And that's devastating. You look at countries that we're literally funding, and I'm just going to say it, Israel. We fund Israel. Like, that's just a matter of fact. Like, Congress is bought by Israel. AIPAC, I'll put the freaking link here. AIPAC is literally like the top donor in Congress.
No, literally, yeah.
Like the biggest lobbyist group in Congress that influences all of Congress decisions.
AIPAC.
And we have sent so much money. I believe, I could be wrong, I think it's close to $12 billion since Donald Trump has been in office that he's given to Israel. Correct. Biden did the same thing. He gave hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to Israel to fund wars. You know what Israel has? They have healthcare, and they have free universities for students. So why are we giving money to countries that are literally more well off than we are? Where their people are more employed, they have more money, their military might be strong or not stronger than ours, and they have free colleges and free healthcare. We have none of that.
And we could be using the money that they're funding to Israel to get that, but we're not.
Right. There's so many people that don't even have healthcare right now. No healthcare, no insurance, no nothing unless it's through your work. It is so hard to come by here. Like, just a basic plan, and then you're looking at deductibles, you're looking at like what you can spend, you're looking at like what happens if this happens, what happens if I need to go to emergency surgery. To get pregnant and have a child, that is thousands of dollars, dude. Like, genuinely having a baby, I'll put that up, dude. Like, in this country, we always talk about, oh, we need more kids, the population's decreasing. Well, how about
let's keep it that way.
Like, why are we making it so expensive to have a child? Like, no one wants to raise a child in the state of this country. I know I don't. I'm only 17, but in the next 10 years, I can't guarantee that I'll have a child.
Exactly.
I can't guarantee
and
that.
And also, like, I know we joke about this a lot, like, online and stuff, that, like, you know, like, America would never, like, afford, like, ambulances. Like, we'll rather drive to the hospital than get an ambulance.
Right.
But why are we paying so much for ambulances in the first place?
Right.
Like, all of that, like, emergency things should be free for Americans because we live here. We're, like, citizens, and the government is supposed to take care of their citizens, not just try to get their money.
We literally live in California where crime is so high, yet we give so much money to LAPD, and where are they?
Exactly.
There's no reform, there's no nothing happening.
We still have gangs in LA, like, we still have so much shootings.
We tried defunding the police, nothing's worked, there's been no reform, they're not even out, I don't even see cops out, dude, and if they're out, they're doing freaking traffic stops for having tinted windows.
I've literally only seen, like, in Orange County, like, police officers are literally only in traffic. Like,
right.
Y'all are not doing anything else? Like,
there's multiple incidents that have happened, like, in my community that are scary, that crime is increasing. So it's kind of like, why are we giving LAPD more money, and then we're taking money away from, like, the fire department and EMT workers and et cetera, like, all these people that are public service workers, and we're taking money away from them, but we're funding the police, and they're not even helping our communities.
Exactly.
We're just making healthcare more, like, costly for us, and it's increasing crime. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. This is gonna be probably a part 1, part 2 type of video because there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But affordability is a big issue. How can we get involved? I mean, that's honestly a really, it's an important thing to talk about. The best thing to do is just to advocate for yourself, advocate for your community. Try to support small businesses, support places that are, providing healthcare and providing food and providing shelter and providing things to people that go without, and try to do that yourself. Try to volunteer, try to get involved, because there's always going to be someone else that's more worse off than you. And also, the government, it's going to take more than just a federal government reform or Congress or whatever it may be, whatever you blame it on, the war, Israel, whatever. And they're all like moving factors in the puzzle piece. They're absolutely all important. But other countries that have these benefits that Americans lack, they didn't get there like easily. It wasn't just like a smooth transition to get there. Like, these countries literally came from like anarchy and like colonization, all these things like that, yet they are doing so much better off than today. So the best thing to do is to speak up. Don't let them silence you.
And also spread a lot of knowledge too, because I know our generation is kind of having to step up because the adults in our generation are kind of
cooked.
Yeah, so make sure to spread a lot of knowledge. Like, you guys really need to start learning more about stuff like this, because it's really, really important to start advocating for like affordability and like living in America.
And also, I also add to that, do what's best for you. Don't let your family pressure you to go into student debt.
Yeah.
Don't let them pressure you to have kids when you're not ready for kids. Don't let them pressure you to buy that super expensive car just because you need a car at the moment. Like, take care of yourself. Like, get insurance, get a job. Like, it's really that simple. Like, it sounds overwhelming, but it is very attainable and doable when you plan it right. That's what I'm trying to work on. Like, everyone thinks like, oh my gosh, you live in LA, you're an actor, oh my gosh, you're like somewhere. No, dude, the money goes by so quickly. Like, it goes like by like that. And also, I don't want to have to be living paycheck to paycheck. I want to have savings. I want to have a plan for me and my family, like, going forward.
In the future,
In the future. So it's very important to just start planning, start getting involved. If you need help, like, feel free to reach out to anybody that you can. We'll answer questions if we're able to. But the best thing is to do is just to not let them, like, try to tell you that you have to live this way. Like, you have to, like, do this and this and this and this, and you have to buy this and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's okay to be financially responsible. You should be. And that doesn't make you broke. That doesn't make you a cheapskate. It just makes you smart and educated and wanting better for you and your community. So
exactly.
We'll definitely talk about, like, more, like, how you can get involved, like, solutions to this, like, suggestions and etc. Like, part 2. But it's just kind of an overview of, like, what the issues are and about
Hey guys, welcome to In the Dorms.
Today we're going to continue our conversation about the affordability crisis in California and America, specifically California though, because that's where we're from, and it's also the state with like the most debt and like the most wage gap and billionaires. So first bullet point is definitely the wage gap. Okay, so the average minimum wage is $16.90, which is not a lot. It's $16 an hour.
Yep. And I think for fast food workers, it's 20.
And when you think about that in the long run, gas and expenses like housing and groceries is not comparison to that. It definitely puts a weight on all social classes, but especially lower and middle class. And billionaires are exempt from that because they're getting in a lot of money. They're not being taxed. It's not being given back to the people. It's not socialist. It's not anything like that. It's definitely free enterprise capitalism. That's what our country is, whether you love it or hate it. So that's a big problem.
Yep.
Next bullet point. Why the middle class is getting screwed. Okay, so the middle class is quite literally the middle class, because there's the lower class, the middle class, and the upper class. It just so happens that the upper class, though, has become like the top percent of just like billionaires, essentially.
Yeah, just 1%.
Like, corporations and tech billionaires that come from the rest of America or even overseas, and they come here and they use our resources and they use our workers and our cheap labor to get rich, and then they leave and they don't pay taxes. Like was mentioned in the last video, a lot of politicians that are here are literally either billionaires themselves, whether it be in Congress, you know, they're literally senators that are billionaires, and there's literally people running for office that are billionaires, and there's also people that are against taxing billionaires, which is a big issue. It's not like a one-time billionaire tax that needs to end.
To the middle.
It needs to like be a constant tax, because that's what the rest of us are doing, is constant taxes. And that's a big issue. So
yeah, and only the middle class right now is paying taxes for the billionaires who are supposed to be paying taxes, but because that's not a law, no one's paying them.
Nobody
except for
does it.
The middle class. So
right.
Yeah.
And also, our president, federally speaking, our president has given literal tax exemptions and like tax credits to billionaires.
Exactly.
So whether it be at a state level or federal level, billionaires are being profited.
Yay.
And we're all right, cool. Next one, how homelessness has increased. Okay, so I'm going to put up the exact statistic for how many homeless people there are in California. It's a lot. New York City and Los Angeles are like the top cities in the country that deal with homelessness. Los Angeles is a much larger county than New York City is, obviously even with the boroughs included. But it is just a larger city, and the population is very comparable, you know, to New York City. However, Los Angeles is such like in the pit, and such spread out. In every neighborhood you can find like a pocket of people that are just like unhoused, like everywhere you go. You'll be like, yeah, right, this, like MacArthur Park, like, yeah, this part, downtown LA, yep, this part. So like you'll know exactly where to find these people at. And if there's an area that's not, like, I know like Hermosa Beach, for example, I have a friend that lived there, and they literally bust the homeless people out because they don't want them there. And I get it, to the point where it's like, yeah, tents and drug users and people that are like being violent or tripping out, like you don't want them in your town. But shipping them out or arresting them is not the solution.
And also the fact that people in like California especially, they've been like putting like no like handles in between benches, so like people can't like lay on them or sleep.
Right.
Which is horrible, because now we're just like kicking people out who can't afford to live in this economy, which is like the government's fault in the first place.
Right.
And there's actually this example I saw online. I'll put it up here, the website, but they were saying that the economy is like the letter K. So the more billionaires get richer, the more the middle class and the lower class get poorer. So we're literally living in like a K society. And it just keeps increasing the wage gap and like the economy. Like like I said before in the part 1, our economy gap is bigger than in the Renaissance era. So imagine like kings and queens,
literally monarchies, guys,
literally would be less rich than the billionaires in our country right now.
And also, this is no surprise, but it's like in the poor communities and also with the people that are people of color, they struggle the most. Like, I forget the exact statistic, but I'll put it up here. Black people, African Americans, are not even that much of a large population statistic in Los Angeles. Like, when you look at it compared to other races, like, you know, Hispanic, white people, etc., they don't make up a lot of the population, yet they make up the most of like the unhoused population. And a big part of that is because of systematic racism and just generally just like oppression. Like, that's the best way to put it. Like, whether it be in the workforce or where they live, their environments, their communities, politicians don't care about people of color. Like, they say they will. Like, these Democrats, these career politicians like Gavin Newsom, they will try and say that they advocate for people like them, but they don't at all. They actually fund it and make it harder and keep them down.
And oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
We're kind of gonna talk about this later down, but also a lot of the like unhoused like people of color are also because people of color are most likely incarcerated more than like a white person.
Yeah, they're right.
And the mass incarceration has happened because lynchings and like, you know, segregation has stopped. So the government's first rule, I guess, to like keep African Americans out of society is to put them in jail.
Right.
Which is ruining a lot of people of color's like lives because they're putting like black men in jail who like are supporting their family now. Like there are a bunch of families who don't have the financial support to keep living in like their houses and things like that. And also it's ruining the mental health for people of color. They're being oppressed constantly in jail, and they have lower like mental health ratings than like any white person in jail would, because they're not getting the correct treatment that there should be. And when they re-enter society, they don't get the medical support or the financial support that they need that would be given to like other people who get out of jail, especially people of color who are being framed or are being in jail for something they didn't do.
Right, and also we don't want to talk about this, but there's plenty of politicians that have actually aided that. Kamala Harris, who obviously ran for president, was she Attorney General here?
Yeah.
I think she was Attorney General in California, and she incarcerated black men for smoking weed. Literally, it's legal here. I don't know if it was legal recreationally at the time, but she incarcerated hundreds, if not thousands of them in jail. Because of that, she also used incarcerated individuals to like be firefighters or something. She like made it so they would like literally be firefighters to like pay off their time. That's really messed up. She herself is like obviously a woman of color, and for her to do something like that is absolutely insane. And it's just wrong in general. So it's crazy because like LA is literally a country built on immigrants. It's built on diversity. It's built on different cultures and religions and backgrounds and ethnicities. And for them to just totally segue their way into the African community and just like totally invalidate what they've done, what they've contributed to. That's not even including like Hispanic people. Like going into that now, California literally is a border state, guys. It's a sanctuary state. Like that's just how it works. Like we're on the border. We're like Mexico's right here. Like we're literally like 3 hours from the border in LA. Like
Literally.
it's not far at all. And Hispanic people literally build LA. Like people don't want to acknowledge that, but it literally is just how it works.
Yeah, and I mean like the farm workers movement were all Hispanic people who were enslaved to be farm workers when they came to America. They were promised like green cards and stuff like that, and they were pushed right back into poverty.
Yep.
Right when they came here. So these Mexican and Hispanic people hoping to find financial stability in America are getting constantly screwed over, especially now because the economy has gone to trash.
Karen Bass literally let ICE in LA, and they were literally like taking families and taking like kids from cars.
Exactly.
And stuff. But we don't want to talk about that because she's a Democrat. Guys, like realizing this now, Democrats and Republicans play for they're the same team, guys. Like, let's just acknowledge that. I wish it wasn't the case, but it is. There's going to be like a few outliers here and there on the Republican and Democrat side where it's like, yeah, that's a cool person. That's like someone I could, vote for. But majority of the time, it's not the case. Karen Bass, it claims to be progressive, yet she's literally letting ICE in our city. They're kidnapping people on the streets and tearing families apart, and that's just wrong and evil. And also, it's like ICE is literally getting so much money. Guys, America is trillions of dollars in debt. Our national deficit has gone up under Donald Trump, and it's going to continue to go up under his administration. Yet we're just whipping millions of dollars, pardon my French, out of our ass to give to our military and to ICE agents.
Yeah, and
ICE is not even like... ICE was formed like years ago, yet they've been realigned to basically be a national, like a domestic terrorist organization.
And also, on that note, I forgot what I was gonna say, but ICE in itself, like you said, it was formed like so many years ago, and like the fact that they're here now, like they have done so much unlawful crime on our streets, more than people.
Police officers don't even like these guys.
Exactly.
People are back the blue. Well, backing the blue means don't support ICE.
Exactly.
They're not even real police officers. They're like hidden ICE. They're hidden police.
Yes, and they've literally murdered people.
Murdered Americans and non-Americans.
Exactly. And they keep deporting people and putting them in like deportation jails and whatever, but they never get to come out or like prove.
They're building concentration camps. Alcatraz
Exactly.
is literally a concentration camp. You know how much money it takes to build something like that, guys? Like to build a building, first of all, like a brick and mortar building. They basically have like a jail, like an Alcatraz jail for immigrants, dude. Like
right.
What the hell? And, like, I'm not wanting to be like, yeah, like, let everyone in, like, open the board. Like, no. We need to have, like, standards, and we need to have, like, things that make sure that it's not dangerous for anybody. Because, yes, people have died because of, like, open border policies. Like, I totally acknowledge that. And if you're a rapist or murderer or felon, like, you need to go. Like, I totally agree with that. Because being here in America is, like, a privilege and it's a right. It's not something that you just, you're owed. But there's so many people that just will have a select few that like break the law, and like it's like, oh, okay, well, they're all bad, they all need to go. So it's just crazy to me how we found the money for military and we found the money for secret police, but we can't find the money for healthcare. We can't find the money to lower gas prices. We can't find the money to raise the minimum wage. We can't find the money to help poor communities and infrastructure. It's ridiculous. Yep. And it's something that California definitely struggles with, even as a Democrat state. So yeah. Clock it.
Okay. Oh.
Doesn't recognize you.
It's because I'm wearing makeup.
I'm sorry, I covered that. Mass incarceration.
Oh yeah, we kind of covered this already, but like the mass incarceration for people of color and like how they're getting treated when they re-enter society. There's a great book I would recommend you guys reading. It's called Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson. It's up here, and the movie's also really great. It has Michael B. Jordan in it, who is the love of my life.
We love Michael B. Jordan.
And if you guys don't know, Bryan Stevenson is a lawyer who helps people of color who are being incarcerated, and he's basically a defense attorney. And he runs an organization called EGI, and EJI, sorry. I've talked to a lot of EJI people who work in that organization, and there are a lot of people of color, especially like African Americans, who are being mass incarcerated because the government doesn't know how to get them out of society. And what I mean by that is the systemic racism stemmed from like centuries ago, literally like millennia ago, when like Christopher Columbus came here and killed all the Native Americans. And that systemic racism, it first came in slavery, then it came with segregation, and then it came with lynchings, and now it's mass incarceration. So yes, there's still very prevalent systemic racism in this country.
There's still literally KKK members out there, guys. Like,
yes.
we act like this is so long ago, but it's not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure different black and white marriage was not allowed until 1967, which is crazy, but that is not that long ago.
No.
1967, there were people still alive from that time who can talk about how that was like living in such a segregated like place. And like the South, all of the South are
sundown town still exists. Pasadena, California was a sundown town. If you guys didn't know that, you guys are like, oh, Pasadena's a nice city, was a sundown town.
Yeah. They all still exist to this day. Racism is so prevalent, and people forget that because they're so focused on like other things like the economy and like living and stuff like that. And while that is important, yes, taking care of yourself and acknowledging,
that's why making like it equitable for everyone is so important. And everyone's
exactly.
like, oh my gosh, we're socialists if we do that. Okay, call a socialist then. It's kind of like, we can practice free enterprise while also still making everything equitable for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, yes, have your American dream, have your job, buy your house, etc., etc. But even under a capitalist free enterprise system, we're not even doing that, dude. Do you guys understand that, like, the average age to buy?
Standing on business.
Do you guys is it clocking to you that the average age to buy a house in America is 40 years old? Unk status. Unk.
And you know, people cannot even retire at like 60 or 50.
They raised the age that you can enlist in the military. Why would they do that?
Right.
Why would they do? We're gonna have a draft, guys. Like, are we not, like, is it not clocking to you? We're gonna go to war for these motherfuckers, dude. I don't want to go to war for these people. I'm sorry, I'm not going to. Elon Musk can fight his own battle. I don't care.
No, literally.
But yeah, basically it all ties in together, that racism and oppression of women and people of color, it's wrong, and it's going to keep on happening. And even middle class white men that voted for Trump are still feeling the effects of it to this day. Gas is so expensive. Groceries are so expensive. The minimum wage, because a lot of people that voted for Trump don't even have a college degree, the minimum wage that you're working a minimum wage job because you're not educated, the minimum wage is not that high, dude. Like, in some states, it's literally still $8. Like, what? Why? We don't even have healthcare. We don't have free universities. We don't have anything here. We're literally funding countries that have all that. Like we talked about in part 1. We're literally funding countries and other countries that have that. And we don't have that. And it's just wrong.
In part 1, Summer even said, like, women can't even give birth for free. Like, you know, I'm gonna say it, Israel has free healthcare, and pregnant women get money.
I like a slur, bro.
It's real. But pregnant women in Israel get free money for giving birth, and what is America doing? We're having to pay
Also tell me why there's literally, I've seen like the announcements or like with the declarations of like where you're going to go to college. There are so many American college students that are literally going to Israel because they're being paid to like go to Tel Aviv to like they're being paid to go to school. Like they're like on like D1 athletic scholarship to go to Tel Aviv and like hang out with Netanyahu.
Like either that or you become an IDF soldier. Like there is no in between.
Right.
Like it's actually horrific. Like even applying for colleges, like why am I paying $100 to apply to a college? Why am I not getting paid $100 to apply?
Right. It's like, why don't you want to put more educated people in the American workforce? Why don't you want more American jobs?
Exactly. And the more people...
These are the same people that are also, like, anti-union, guys. Like, these are the same people that want to take, like, all your rights away, take, like, your healthcare away, take, like, everything away just so you're, like, a robot.
Exactly.
That's why they're using AI to do your job for you. Hello? Like, you're like, hey, can we have healthcare? And they're like, no, we're going to make AI. They would rather invest millions of dollars into data centers. My hometown in Georgia, Fayette County, you can look this up. I'll put the link here. They were literally making a 600-acre data facility just dedicated to AI.
What?
Microsoft AI.
I did not know that.
And it is pushing up people's water bills, guys.
Oh my god.
Water and electricity. AI uses water and electricity. Okay? These people, these residents in Fayetteville, my heart breaks for them. Like, I literally live there. I love that city. I love that county. And they are literally having to buy AI for their city, and it's taking away jobs, it's taking away land, it's putting strain on their resources, and it's just wrong.
And also, I mean, this is not really the topic at hand, but AI has literally made every...
Oh yeah, we'll talk about AI in another episode.
Yeah, for sure, but I just want to touch on the fact that AI has literally made so many people so stupid. Like, I keep seeing TikToks of, like, kids, like, literally our age being like, oh, I miss who I was before ChatGPT came out. Like, who was forcing you to use it, genuinely? Like,
I've never did. We're both homeschooled, and everyone's like, oh, you just cheated your way. I've never, like, hand on the Bible, and I'm Christian. I would never use AI for my schoolwork, or really anything at all, but I would never use AI. Like,
especially AI. Like, I am an ethical cheater. Like, if I were to cheat, I've never cheated in school before, but if I were to cheat, it would never be for AI. Hand at the Quran, because I'm Muslim. I've never cheated, but if I were to, I would never use AI. It genuinely makes you stupider. It is wrong, first of all. It literally gives incorrect answers, and it's, like, ethically wrong. Like, the AI is powered by so many, like, colonized African countries that people are literally taking away, like,
it uses water.
Materials.
It literally takes away water from people, guys.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell? Like, I can't believe it's so normal. And people just laugh and joke about it just so that you have, like, goy slop on their For You page. Like, what is wrong with you?
Literally. Like I don't care about Fruit AI Island, like Love Island.
Right.
Like, no one cares about
stupid,
that.
But, okay, guys, this has been fun. Not really. We're actually really screwed.
Like, I'm actually pissed off now.
It's really good. And I think, like, at the end of this video, we'll, like, attach, like, links, obviously, to support what we said, references. If we said anything that wasn't true, we'll correct it in this video.
Yeah.
But we're like geniuses, so, like, it probably didn't happen.
Exactly.
And then, obviously, like, in either part 3 or in a different video, we will go into, like, resources, how you can help each other out, you know, how to, like, work and how to survive and how to, like, have your voice be heard, because it's really hard out there. It only takes one of us, you know, to start a movement, and that's what we're trying to do. So, love you guys. Stay safe out there. Be sure to, like, you know,
like and subscribe.
You know, like what?
Like and subscribe.
Okay, like and subscribe. Follow us on In the Dorms. Follow our personal socials. And peace and love. Stay safe out there.
Bye.
Bye. This is In the Dorms.